Hello and welcome to Elevate Your Mind with Ale, where you will learn what you need to focus on this full moon in Pisces. The full moon in Pisces is a time of heightened emotions, intuition, and creativity. Pisces is a water sign known for its deep sensitivity and spiritual nature, making the full moon an excellent opportunity for self-reflection and spiritual growth. Under the light of the full moon, emotions can be amplified and dreams may be more vivid than usual. This is a time to pay attention to your intuition and to trust your inner voice. What is your inner voice saying to you? You may find yourself drawn to creative pursuits such as art or writing, and as well as a way of expressing your emotions and tapping into your subconscious. It is also a time to focus on self-care and nurturing your emotional well-being. Take some time to meditate, journal, or even to connect with nature to help ground yourself during this intense energy. Overall, the full moon in Pisces is a powerful time for emotional healing and spiritual growth. Use this time to connect with your intuition, explore your creativity, and focus on your self-care. Trust in the magic of the universe and allow yourself to go with the flow, okay? Now, you may be asking yourself, well, who is going to most benefit from the full moon in Pisces? Well, I have a few rising signs in particular, and I'm going to give you the reason. This full moon in Pisces can have a profound effect on all of the zodiac signs, right? But some rising signs may have more benefit than others. Pisces Rising in particular may feel a deep sense of emotional release and spiritual healing during this full moon. A Cancer Rising may also feel a heightened sense of intuition and empathy. And while a Scorpio Rising may experience a powerful transformation or even a breakthrough in their personal or even their professional life, additionally, a Taurus Rising may feel a sense of calm and inner peace. And while a Capricorn Rising may experience a new level of clarity and insight into their goals and ambitions, however, it's an important time for you to remember that astrology is only one aspect of our lives, and we should always strive to maintain a balanced perspective on our experiences and even on our emotions. The full moon in Pisces energy is a time of heightened emotions and intuition. Pisces is a water sign, which means that during the full moon, emotions are going to be running high. This is a great time to focus on your spiritual growth and connecting with your inner self. And you may even find yourself feeling more sensitive and more empathic towards others, which can be a great opportunity to show compassion and to love to those around you. This full moon is also a good time to focus on creativity and even imagination. Pisces is a sign that is known for its artistic and imaginative nature, so use this energy to tap into your own creative potential. You may find that your dreams are more vivid and meaningful during this time, so pay attention to any message that comes through you in your sleep. Overall, the full moon in Pisces is a time to embrace your emotions, connect with your spirituality, and to tap into your creative potential. Use this energy to manifest your dreams and goals and to show love and compassion to those around you. And you might even say that energy can feel a little nostalgic and a little bit yearning, an intense feeling of longing for something. This is a super mystic moon, so it is time for you to connect with your inner psychic. On this full moon in Pisces, it is the perfect time to focus again on finding balance in your life. Pisces is a water sign that is known for its intuitive and sensitive nature. This full moon is an ideal opportunity to tap into your emotions and intuition to help you find a sense of equilibrium. To find balance, it is important to start by identifying the areas of your life that may be causing you stress or even imbalance. This could be related to work, relationships, health, or even other aspects of your life. Once you have identified these areas, you can begin to take steps to address them. And this might even involve setting boundaries, prioritizing self-care, making changes on your daily routine. It's also an important time to remember that finding balance is an ongoing process. It's not just a one-time thing. You have to continue doing it. It's not something that can be achieved overnight, but something that requires consistent effort and attention. By staying attuned to your emotions and intuition and making adjustments as needed, you can create more balanced and fulfilling life. So, use this moon in Pisces as an opportunity to connect with yourself and find the balance that you need. Basically, find a balance between your need for inner peace versus all of your duties. Now, I have a couple of questions that I want you to ask yourself. You can get a piece of paper out or your laptop, whatever it is that you want to write these answers, and answer them with the most truthfulness that you can, because at the end of the day, no one's going to read these questions or answers. They are for you. So the questions are to be asking yourself on this full moon in Pisces is, what emotions am I feeling right now? How can I honor and express them? What dreams or intuitive insights have I been receiving lately, and how can I incorporate them into my life? What spiritual practices or rituals can I engage in to deepen my connection to my higher self or the divine? What attachments or habits am I ready to release in order to make space for new growth and transformation? How can I cultivate more passion, more compassion, and empathy for myself and others, especially during times of uncertainty or even challenges? Have I been dreaming to the point of not getting enough done and making silly errors? Have I been overly sensitive and too easily hurt? Have I been meditating every day? And if I haven't, why? Why haven't I? Have I been in touch with my intuition side, following my dreams and my hunches? You need to remember that this full moon in Pisces is a time to tap into your intuition and your emotions. So, you need to trust yourself and allow yourself to feel, truly feel. Now, the full moon is the perfect time for you to find balance. And on this full moon in Pisces is a perfect time to focus on finding balance in your life. Pisces is a water sign that is known for its intuitive and sensitive nature. And this full moon is an ideal opportunity to tap into your emotions and intuition. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's because you need to understand to help you to find a sense of equilibrium. And to find this balance, it's important to start by identifying the areas of your life that may be causing you stress or imbalance. This could be related to work, relationships, health, or other aspects of your life. And once you have identified these areas, you can begin to take the steps to address them. And this might involve setting boundaries, prioritizing self-care, making the changes that you need on your daily routine. And it is important to remember that finding a balance is an ongoing process, like I've told you. It's not something that can be achieved overnight, but rather something that requires constant effort and action. By staying attuned to your emotions and intuition and making adjustments as needed, you can create a more balanced and fulfilling life. So, this full moon in Pisces, find a balance between your inner peace versus all of your duties. The full moon, it is the time for you to remember to forgive. So when the full moon comes every single month, you should do a little full moon forgiveness ceremony. A full moon forgiveness ceremony is a beautiful and powerful way to release any negative emotion, grudges, or even resentments that may be holding you back. The full moon is considered a time of heightened energy and increased intuition, making it the perfect time to let go of anything that no longer serves you. To perform a full moon forgiveness ceremony, you can start by finding a quiet and comfortable space where you won't be distracted. Light a candle or some incense. Take a few deep breaths to calm your mind. And then write down any negative emotions or grudges that you are holding onto, being as specific as possible about the situations and even people that are involved. Next, hold the paper in your hands and speak your forgiveness out loud, saying something like, I release and forgive all those who have hurt me, and I release and forgive myself for any mistakes that I have made. And then you simply, safely burn the paper in a fire-safe container and visualize the negative energy being transformed into positive energy and released into the universe. Finally, take a moment to express gratitude for the lessons you have learned from these experiences and for the opportunity to release them and move forward with a lighter heart. You may choose to meditate or journal for a few minutes afterwards to further process your emotions and intentions. Trust that the full moon's energy will support your forgiveness and healing journey. And once you are done with that, you are now ready to go into gratitude mode. The full moon is a perfect time for you to remember to be grateful. And a full moon gratitude ceremony is a special time to express your gratitude for everything in your life. And during this full moon, the energy is at its peak and can be used to bring about positive changes into your life. The ceremony can be as simple as elaborated as you like, but the most important thing is that you take the time to connect with the energy of the full moon and express your gratitudes. Again, to begin, find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Light a candle, some incense, to create a peaceful atmosphere. Sit comfortably and take deep breaths, allowing yourself to relax and let go of any tensions you may be holding onto. Take a moment to connect with the energy of the full moon and feel its power and light. Next, take some time to reflect on all the things that you are truly grateful for in your life. And think about your family, your friends, your health, your home, your job, your career, literally anything else that brings you joy and happiness. And write it down. Write down your thoughts in a journal or in a simple piece of paper. And once you have written down your thoughts, take some time to read them out loud. Speak from the heart and express your gratitude from everything that you have in your life. And as you do this, feel the energy of the full moon surrounding you and supporting you. And finally, take a moment to thank the universe, thank God, thank your ancestors, thank whoever it is that you call upon for all the blessings in your life. And visualize yourself surrounded by love, light, and abundance. And know that you are deserving of all of the good things that come your way. And when you're ready, blow out the candle and end the ceremony. Remember, a full moon gratitude ceremony is a powerful tool for manifesting positive changes into your life. And by expressing your gratitude and connecting with the energy of the full moon, you can attract more abundance, joy, and love into your life. Now that we have the Pisces energy figured out and expressed, let's dive in to your specific rising sign. If you don't already know what it is, please go figure it out. You can stop the video and you will need to search up birth chart. You will need your birth date, your birth time, and the date of birth. And you can simply look for rising sign on there or ascendant sign. And then you can come back to this video once you figure that out. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Hello there, Aries Rising. This full moon in Pisces, you are to focus on your 12th house. Your 12th house is known as your secret zone. And if you don't already know, the 12th house is the deepest and most sensitive part of your chart. It relates to fears, spirituality, and all that stuff that is hidden. So when the full moon falls on Pisces, It illuminates our 12th house, which is a spiritual and introspective area of our lives. As an Aries rising, this can bring about an heightened sense of intuition and psychic abilities. This is a good time to take a step back and reflect on your inner self, and you may find that you are more attuned to your dreams and that to your subconscious mind is trying to tell you something that is really important. The 12th house is also associated with endings and closure, and this is a good time to let go of any negative energy or even patterns that are holding you back. You might find that you are more emotional than usual, so don't be afraid to embrace these feelings and let them guide you towards a more positive and fulfilling future. Overall, this full moon in Pisces can be a powerful time for introspection and spiritual growth. As an Aries rising, you have the energy and the drive to make positive changes in your life. So embrace this time and use it to its fullest potential. Now, for the coming 2 weeks, I truly suggest you take some time off, Go and do something away from people, Try to stay out of social media. Try to be alone. Try to take possibly like a course where you are just you in nature. Now, this full moon can be an intense feeling, can bring up intense feelings about your secret self. So just be aware of that. Life has probably felt very busy recently, and no one can blame you for wanting to take some time out. This full moon in your 12th house is going to allow you to do just that. And for many people, this full moon comes at a time when they're feeling a little bit down in the dumps. But the fact is that you are probably just exhausted after the efforts of keeping up with demands of daily life. Take some time out, meditate, or practice yoga. You need to strike a balance between working and taking time out. The worst thing about the 12th house full moon is that it is forcing you to look at where you may have been sabotaging yourself within your own behavior. And the best thing about the 12th house full moon is that it forces you to look at where you may have been sabotaging yourself with your own behavior. Do you get it? It's like a blessing and a curse. The 12th house is unfortunately known as the house of self-undoing. We all have the 12th house. We all have 12 houses, and we all have parts of ourselves that are indeed our own worst enemy. The good news is that when the full moon takes place in this part of your chart, it is a wonderful chance to identify that behavior, to see it for what it is, and to let it go. Now, I want you to release any issues that you may be having about things that you don't like to talk about, and I want you to forgive other people for anything that they have done to you, and forgive yourself for anything that you've done to yourself or anyone else. Now, a tug of war may arise between the things that you have to do every day to keep life just taking over and your need for inner peace. So I want you to find a balance between your daily life as a functioning human being and that secret side of you that's mysterious, delicate, and perhaps even a bit dark. And for some, it's what we think we should hide, and for others, it's what others, probably our parents, family members, friends, have told us we should hide. This full moon can bring up some pretty intense feelings, whether we like it or not, really. We may even find ourselves apologizing because this is the house of self-undoing, and not expressing how we feel is a wonderful way to self-undo or self-sabotage. So the month when you have your personal annual full moon in the 12th house, which is right now, is the ideal time to go on a retreat. If that appeals to you, it is a time to do inner work and even to explore your spirituality. Sometimes this full moon will bring or reveal a big secret. So I want you to go easy on yourself at this time of the year. It's one of those most emotionally intense full moons. The next one should be much more easier, I promise you. Now, I've told you this before, the full moon is a reminder, a monthly reminder to forgive. And I want you to forgive yourself for anything you feel ashamed of, and understand that there's nothing to be ashamed of. We're all growing, we're all evolving, we are all learning. Forgive anyone else who has hurt you as well. It doesn't sit right in you to have that negativity inside of you. It actually harms you instead of helping you. And the full moon is a perfect time for you to be grateful. So truly be in the moment and be grateful. Say your gratitudes. Now, I have a mantra that I suggest you try out, that you can listen to, that you can chant. You can say it out loud, or you can even say it silently. And you can do it while you're in the shower, before or after you meditate, or honestly at any time that feels right to you. And if that's not something for you, then this full moon in Pisces is such a powerful time for releasing old patterns, like I said, and emotions, especially for those of you with strong Pisces influences in your chart. And as an Aries rising, you might find this energy particularly challenging, as Aries is a sign of action and forward movement, and while Pisces is a sign of surrender and letting go. So, to make the most of this full moon, try repeating the following mantra, which is, I release what no longer serves me, and trust in the universe to guide me towards my highest good. I surrender to the flow of life and trust in the journey ahead. I am open to receive the blessings that come my way, and I am grateful for all that I have. Now you can repeat this mantra as often as you like, especially on the nights of the full moon. And I want you to visualize yourself letting go of any negative emotions or limiting beliefs. Feel yourself being filled with sense of peace and clarity, and trust that the universe is working in your favor and that everything is happening for a reason. Okay? Now, I have an affirmation that you can say on the night of the full moon, and that is, it's okay to have quality me time. And on this full moon in Pisces, as an Aries rising, it is a powerful time to tap into your intuition and emotions, like I said. So use this time to reflect on your personal growth and the path that you are currently on in life. Affirm to yourself that you are open to receiving abundance and positivity in all aspects of your life. Trust in the universe to guide you towards your true purpose, and trust in yourself to make the right decisions. And may this full moon bring you clarity, peace, and a renewed sense of motivation towards your goals. You got this, okay, Aries Rising? I hope you found this information useful. If you did, please let me know down in the comments down below. And if you want to hear more of these videos, I will see you around. Hello there, Taurus Rising. This full moon in Pisces, you are to focus on your 11th house, which is known as your friend zone. The 11th house, as you may know, is the house of hopes and wishes. It rules friends, connections, and social circles. As a Taurus rising, this full moon in Pisces will have a significant impact on your 11th house of friendships, social networks, and long-term goals. This is a time to focus on your relationships with others, both professionally and personally. And during this full moon, you may find yourself feeling more emotional and sensitive than usual, which can lead to a deeper understanding of your own feelings and those of others too. This can be a good time to connect with friends and loved ones and strengthen those bonds that you have with them. In terms of your long-term goals, this full moon encourages you to think about what you want to achieve in the future and how you can work with others to make those goals a reality. And networking and collaborating with others may be especially fruitful at this time. So remember to be open to new ideas and perspectives, as this full moon can be bringing unexpected opportunities and insights. Trust your intuition and be willing to take calculated risks to move towards your goals. Overall, this full moon in Pisces is a time to focus on your relationships and work towards your long-term goals with the support of others. This is also a good time to focus on your personal growth and self-expression with these social settings. And you can use this time to nurture your creative side and explore new hobbies or interests with like-minded individuals. Additionally, your social connections may provide you with new opportunities for personal and professional growth. So it is important to remain open and to receive those possibilities. Overall, the full moon in Pisces can be a transformative time for those of you that have Taurus Rising, and it encourages growth, connection, and self-expression within your social networks. So be open to new experiences and embrace the positive changes that can come from deepening your relationships with others. Now, in the coming 2 weeks, you are going to deal with friends and even friends that might be upset. So just be on the lookout for that, okay? This full moon can bring up intense feelings about your friendships and unfulfilled dreams. So be ready. It's tempting to focus on yourself and your own pleasures. Perhaps you are a creative type who loves to express yourself, and why not, right? After all, life is for living and having fun. However, this month's full moon in your 11th house is reminding you that you need to find a balance between indulging in a little bit of what you fancy and remembering that people in your life also need some attention from you. So give them some attention. Whatever you do now for someone else, it's like you're gonna get extra karmic brownie points. So you are in the good for that. This also makes the coming month good for networking. So don't miss out on this opportunity. And I want you to ask yourself, what am I dreaming of? Whatever it is that you are dreaming of, ask yourself if you know anyone out there that can actually help you with this dream. The full moon here casts a warm and gentle light on your wishes. Are they working for you? Are you getting what you are dreaming of? And if not, why do you think this is? It is strange but true fact that sometimes we just know we're not going to get what we're paying lip service for wishing for. Sometimes we know on an intuitive level that something is never going to happen. Or perhaps we no longer want what we once desired, so we change what we used to want, right? The full moon in your 11th house is the ideal time to release anything like this into the ether and just question yourself. This part of a chart is also crucial about friends and networks. How are you with your friends right now? Are you happy with them? Would you like to make new friends? Issues relating to friends can arise at this time. Just remember to breathe deeply before you deal with any of it. A friendship that ends at this full moon is definitely ending at the right cosmic time. So don't be worried. Someone else is gonna come through, okay? I promise. Release any issues that you may be having about what you've been wishing for. And if there is any dream that just doesn't seem to be manifesting, or friendships that are troubling you, just release it. A tug of war may arise between who you are versus who your friends are. That one's going to be a tough one possibly for some of you. I want you to find a balance between what you need for yourself versus what you need to do for and give to your friends. The 11th house is about the clubs, the groups, the social networks that you belong to. When the full moon falls here, chances are that you will have at least one friendship that needs your attention. So don't hesitate. Give them the attention that it is required. Are you pulling your weight within your group of friends? Or does someone have cause for complaint? Or is it you who feels someone else could be a better friend? This full moon here reminds you that you have to balance your own needs with those of your social circle, your networks, and your groups. Now, I've said this many times, the full moon is our monthly reminder to remember to forgive. And I want you to forgive any friend who has hurt you at any point in your life. And I want you to forgive yourself for whatever you feel you did or you didn't do in this relationship, in this friendship. And the full moon is also a monthly reminder for us to be grateful, because sometimes we aren't grateful in our everyday life. We should be grateful for literally everything, literally breathing every single moment, okay? So it's like our little monthly reminder to remember to be grateful for what we have. Write your gratitude list like I had mentioned in the beginning. Now, I have a mantra that I suggest you try out that you can chant out loud or silently, and you can use it every day. And this is the mantra Om. You can use it while you're in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. Just listen to your intuition. As a Taurus rising, the full moon in Pisces is a great time to focus on spiritual growth and emotional healing. A powerful mantra that you can say during this time, if you don't want to do the Om mantra, is to say, I release all that no longer serves me, and I am opened myself to the abundant blessings that the universe has in store for me. This mantra is all about letting go of the negative emotions and limiting beliefs that may be holding you back, and inviting positivity and abundance into your life. As a Taurus rising, you are known for your practicality and stability, but it is important to also nurture your spiritual side and allow yourself to feel your emotions fully. The full moon in Pisces is a time of heightened intuition and emotional sensitivity. So use this mantra to connect with your inner self and trust in the universe to guide you towards your highest good. And remember to be kind and gentle to yourself, and to trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should be. Now, I have an affirmation that you can say on the nights of the full moon, and that is, I am a great friend and I attract great friends. And you can also say, my dreams and wishes are now manifesting. And as a Taurus rising, on the nights of the full moon in Pisces, you may find yourself feeling particularly sensitive and intuitive. And this is a time to honor your emotions and to trust your instincts. Use this time to reflect on your innermost desires and aspirations, and set intentions that align with your heart's deepest longings. So you can also repeat this affirmation to yourself as you gaze up at the luminous full moon in Pisces. And that is, I trust in the universe to guide me towards my highest good. I release any fears or doubts that may be holding me back, and embrace the abundance and joy that is already present in my life. I am grateful for the blessings that are yet to come, and I am open to receiving all the love, light, and magic the universe has in store for me. And allow yourself to bask in the moon's radiant energy, and know that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Now, that is all that I have for you, Taurus rising, on this full moon in Pisces. And if you found this information useful, please let me know down in the comments, and I will see you around on the next full moon. See you. Hello there, Gemini Rising. This full moon in Pisces, you are to focus on your 10th house, your career zone. And as you may know, the 10th house rules ambitions, career, and life goals, and whatever it is that you're known for your professional life. As a Gemini rising, this full moon in Pisces can have a significant impact on your 10th house of your career and your public image. The full moon is a time of heightened emotions, and in Pisces, it can bring a sense of heightened sensitivity and intuition. This energy can be harnessed to your advantage when it comes to your career. The 10th house is associated with your reputation, your status, achievements in the world. With the full moon lined up in this area of your chart, you may feel a strong urge to focus on your career goals and to make progress towards them. This is an excellent time to set new goals or even reassess your current ones to ensure that you are on the right path. And as a Gemini rising, you are adaptable and versatile, allowing you to navigate the challenge of the full moon in Pisces with ease. Your natal curiosity and communication skills can help you network and build stronger relationships with colleagues and even your superiors. And this can lead you to new opportunities for growth and advancements into your career. In conclusion, the full moon in Pisces can be a powerful time for you to focus on your career goals and to make progress towards them. With your ability and your adaptability and communication skills, you can navigate this energy with ease and use it to your advantage. Don't be afraid to set new goals, network with colleagues, and take on new challenges to achieve success in your career. So in the coming 2 weeks, you need to sort out any issues that may be related to work. The full moon may bring up intense feelings about your career or even your professional trajectory. So just be on the lookout and you got this. If you've been hiding yourself away and generally keeping a low profile right now, watch out, because the skies are suggesting rather loudly that it is time for you to step out of the shadows and back into the limelight. And as tempting as it may be to slouch around at home, the full moon in your 10th house is telling you that it is time to invest some emotional energy into your professional life. So listen to that instincts that you are having. Even if your work has been the source of annoyance lately, don't give up. For some, a work situation or even a project is going to come to an end. And don't panic. Remember, the universe arbors a vacuum and something new will come in to take its place soon enough. Now, I want you to ask yourself, how committed are you to your goals? And this can be your time to shine at work. So don't back away. Don't be shy. When the full moon takes place in your 10th house, aka your career zone, it's as though you are being pushed into the spotlight professionally. Ready or not, here you come. I want to see you shine in this part of your career. And for some of us, it's going to become a big work project that is going to come to fruition. And hopefully you will receive a lot of encouragement and success. And on the other hand, it is if a project or a job comes to an end at this time, it is doing it at its right time. This is a good time to ask yourself how you feel about your career. Where do you want to go next with it? I want you to release any issues that you have about your workload and how it has impacted your home life. A tug of war may even arise between your duties at home and all that you need to do to get ahead in your career. Now, I want you to find a balance between who you are inside versus who you are out in the world, as someone who does or doesn't seek to achieve. As with the full moon in your 4th house, this lunation is asking you to find a work-life balance. There could be tension or probably demands at home that are affecting your ability to function at peak levels at home. Or work dramas could be keeping you from living a rich personal life. Whatever the case is, this is the second chance you have in your 12-month cycle to find a balance. For some, recognition comes now, and for others, it becomes clear that more emotional investment is needed professionally. Now, the full moon is like our monthly reminder to forgive. So, I want you to forgive yourself. And I want you to forgive anyone you feel has done you wrong professionally. And I want you to forgive yourself for any untoward behavior at work that has ever happened. Now, the full moon is also a monthly reminder for us to remember to be grateful. Sometimes we forget how blessed we are to have the things that we have. And this is your monthly reminder to be grateful and do your gratitude list. Now, I have for you a mantra that I suggest you chant speak out loud or say it silently. And you can do it while you are in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. And that is the mantra Lamb. Now the full moons are a powerful time to release what no longer serves us and to set intentions for the future. As a Gemini Rising, your natural curiosity and adaptability can be contemplated by the intuitive and imaginative energy of the full moon in Pisces. Now, here is another mantra. If you don't want to do the long mantra, you can use this one instead. And that is, as I release what weighs me down, I open myself to new possibilities. May my thoughts be clear and my heart be open as I embrace the magic of the full moon in Pisces. And remember to take some time for self-reflection and meditation during this full moon. And trust your intuition as you move forward on your journey. Now I have for you an affirmation that you can say on the nights of the full moon, and that is, I have a perfect work. In a perfect way, I give perfect service for perfect pay. And as a Gemini Rising, the energy of the full moon in Pisces can be both magical and a little bit overwhelming. It's a time to let go of any mental barriers and allow your intuition to guide you. So instead of that one, you can also say this affirmation on the full moon, and that is, I embrace the power of the full moon in Pisces and trust in the universe to guide me on my path. I release any doubts and fears that hold me back and open myself up to new opportunities. I am grateful for the gifts of intuition and creativity that flow through me, and I trust in my ability to navigate any challenges that arise. Alright? Now, I want you to remember the energy of the full moon. It can be felt for a few days before and even after the actual full moon. So continue to repeat this affirmation as needed. Trust in the universe to guide you and know that you are exactly where you are meant to be, Gemini Rising. That is all that I have for you. If you found this information useful, please let me know down in the comments below. And I will see you on the following full moon videos. Till next time. Hello there, Cancer Rising. This full moon in Pisces, you are to focus on your 9th house. Basically, your big picture. Now, if you don't already know, the 9th house is where you see the big picture, expand your horizons, your studies, travel, and the great cosmic quest. Now, if you are Cancer Rising and the full moon is in Pisces, then the 9th house would be highlighted in your birth chart. The 9th house is associated with higher education, philosophy, travel, and even spirituality. With the full moon in Pisces, a water sign known for its emotional and intuitive nature, this can be a time for you to focus on exploring your inner self and spiritual beliefs. You may feel drawn to studying spiritual or mystical objects, or perhaps you have a desire to travel to a location that holds spiritual significance to you. And this can also be a time to reflect on your personal philosophies and beliefs and how they shape your worldview. And as a Cancer Rising, you are naturally nurturing a sensitive. And as a Cancer Rising, you are naturally nurturing and sensitive, and this energy can be channeled towards exploring your spiritual side. So take some time to connect with your intuition and listen to your inner voice. You may find that you have a deep understanding of yourself and the world around you during this time. So for the coming 2 weeks, you are probably going to deal with the worries that you have connected to study, the travel, and the great cosmic quest. You may be asking yourself about all of these questions, about all these topics. Now the full moon can bring up intense feelings about where you're going, like your life, your philosophies. Personal growth, religion, philosophy, publishing, the internet, travel, and study. These are some of the subjects looming large for you when the full moon takes place in your 9th house. So be honest with yourself. Have you been fussing too much over the details of your latest problems or tasks? Sometimes that's just a delay tactic, and we need to take a step back and look at the big picture of where we are and where we want to be. Are your life and your mind expanding or are they narrowing? And if you stop being adventurous, then you only have yourself to blame. This is a great time to try something that lies beyond your usual realm of everyday. The grass being greener on the other side type of thing. I want you to release that because the grass isn't always greener on the other side. The full moon here means it's time for you to see the bigger picture of your life. You may be having a crisis and wondering whether this is all there is. Take a moment to see the broader view. Hopefully doing so will prompt you to count your blessings. This is also a time for you to think about whether you want to get away from it all or stay right where you are. Will the grass be greener if you go away? And if you're staying at home, someone abroad could also have your attention. There's no way of telling. Also, at this time, legal issues can resolve themselves or at least come to the front. Now, a tug of war may arise between being here and wanting to be there, being torn between home and away, small ideas versus big ideas. So I want you to find a balance between your thoughts and your faith. This is a chance for you to let go of fear and limiting ideas and to accept the concept of a power bigger than all of us and the great unknown. If you're going through a dark night of the soul at this time of your ninth house new full moon, at least take solace in the fact that it is a perfect time spiritually, cosmically speaking. This is a chance for you to grow spiritually and to expand your understanding of the world around you. Open yourself up to new ideas. Now, I've said this several times in my videos. The full moon is a monthly reminder to forgive. So I want you to forgive people who are narrow-minded, and I want you to forgive yourself if you've been narrow-minded. Sometimes that happens too. And the full moon is also our monthly reminder to be grateful, because sometimes we take life for granted and we forget of all the blessings that we truly have that others might not have. So I want you to be grateful. Write your gratitude list and read it and acknowledge it. Now, this month I want you to try out the mantra Ah. You can chant it out loud, you can say it silently, you can do it every day while you are in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. And if you don't want to be doing that, this full moon in Pisces is a spacious time to connect with your inner self and explore your emotions. And as a Cancer rising, you are naturally attuned to your feelings and your intuition. And this full moon can help you tap into these gifts even further. So you can also say this powerful mantra during this time, and that is, I embrace my emotions and trust my intuition. I release any fears or doubts that hold me back and allow myself to flow with the tides of life. Now you can repeat this mantra while visualizing a peaceful ocean or a serene lake, allowing yourself to feel the ebb, the flow of your emotions without judgment or even resentment or resistance. Remember, this full moon is a time of spiritual growth and self-discovery. So take the opportunity to connect with your true nature and trust that the universe will guide you towards your highest good. Now I have an affirmation that you can say on the night of the full moon in Pisces, and that is, I know I am blessed, because we are, right? We are truly blessed for everything that we have. On the full moon in Pisces, as a Cancer rising, it is an important time to remember that you are deeply emotionally and an intuitive individual. Use this time to tap into your inner wisdom and connect with your feelings on a deeper level. Allow yourself to release any negative emotions or limiting beliefs that may be holding you back. Take this opportunity to reflect on your goals and aspirations. What do you truly desire? Trust your gut instincts and listen to your heart. This is a time of great creativity and inspiration, so don't be afraid to let your imagination run wild. And remember that you are a powerful and capable individual, and that you have the strength and resilience to overcome any challenges that come your way. Trust in the universe and have faith that everything will work out for your highest good. The full moon in Pisces is a time of great spiritual growth and transformation. So embrace this energy and allow it to guide you on your journey. That is all that I have for you, Cancer Rising. I truly hope that you found some of this information useful for you. And if you did, please let me know down below. I always love it hearing from you guys. And I will see you guys on the next full moon video. Hello there, Leo Rising. This full moon in Pisces, you are to focus on your 8th house, the house that is known as the sex and shared financial zone house. The 8th house is about anything that has to do with things that are taboo, such as sex, death, taxes, also other people's money, and joint ventures financially with yours. So when a full moon occurs in Pisces, as is doing so right now, and you are a Leo rising, it illuminates your 8th house. The 8th house is associated with transformation, shared resources, intimacy, spirituality. This full moon may bring a heightened awareness on these items in your life. And with your Leo rising, you may approach these themes with a sense of confidence and even passion. You are a natural leader and may find yourself taking charge in situations related to shared resources and even intimacy. This full moon may also bring a sense of creativity and intuition to your spiritual practices. However, it is very important to approach these themes with introspection and self-awareness. The full moon in Pisces may bring up emotions and hidden truths that need to be addressed. Take the time to reflect on how you can transform and how you can grow in these areas of your life. Overall, the full moon in Pisces may be a powerful time for personal growth and transformation in the areas of shared resources, which can be intimacy and spirituality. So use your Leo rising energy to approach these themes with confidence and creativity, but also take the time to reflect and be introspective. So for the following 2 weeks, you may have to sort out your feelings about sex and money. It can be either or, but whatever it is that you are feeling over your sex life or your money life, you should be able to feel it and understand it. Now, this full moon can bring up intense feelings about your sex, right? Sex life and your finances. So just be very aware of that. You got this, you can do this, you can tackle this task, you are meant for this. This full moon is all about finding a balance between what you give in life and what you take. And if you know that you've been doing too much of either, this full moon is most certainly the time to redress the balance. The problem is that when we give too much but don't know how to take, we actually mess with the natural laws that govern free flow. How can the universe send you an abundant stream of good things if you're not receiving them without a fight? This full moon can also herald a very good period to attend to practical financial matters, such as paying off debts or setting personal bills. It is also very good for investing some emotion in this area. Now, I want you to release any issues that you may be having about anything that is holding you back or holding you down or stopping you from living the life that you want to live. The 8th house is all about death and rebirth, reinvention, transformation, and it can be a very scary part of the chart. After all, it's where death and even taxes reside, and those subjects can come up when this part of your chart is being triggered. But don't worry, the full moon happens here once a year at least, and you're certainly not likely to have to deal with the heaviest aspect of it annually. Rather, look at the full moon here as a chance to transform as a person. It's also about your cash problems, and we'll talk about that more. A tug of war may arise between your money and where your money meets someone else's money. So, say if you are in a relationship, you are married with your spouse, your significant other. So, find a balance between how much you think you're worth and how much you are actually being remunerated for your efforts at work. It's about self-worth versus the worth someone else puts on you. And it is also about your own boss financially versus depending on others to pay you. Your salary, your debts, anything really. Financial windfalls and inheritance aren't out of the question. When this part of the chart is activated, this part is all about sex, like I keep telling you, and issues around sex and sexuality can come up right now. This is a good time because it is the right time to deal with them and then move on. Now, the full moon is like our monthly reminder for us to forgive. And I want you to forgive anyone you feel has overstepped the mark, hurt you, or even broken a taboo. Also, forgive yourself for any problems you have had with money that you blame yourself for. We are all humans and we all make mistakes, and even money mistakes or sexual mistakes. It is okay. We are humans. We are experiencing this earthly realm. But what matters is that we acknowledge it and we move on. Now, the full moon is also our monthly reminder for us to remember to be grateful because we have so much, and sometimes you can put yourself in a mindset of lack, and that's when things start going bad and things don't go your way. Instead, be grateful for what you already have. Be grateful what's coming your way. Make your gratitude list. Now, I have a mantra that I suggest you say on this full moon, and that you can chant and say out loud or even silently, and that is the mantra VAM. You can chant it out loud while you are in the shower, before or after you meditate, or whenever it feels right to you. The full moon in Pisces can be a powerful time to focus on your spirituality and inner strength. And as a Leo rising, you may feel a strong desire to express yourself creatively and shine in the spotlight. Here is another mantra that you can use instead to harness the energy of the full moon and align yourself with your highest purpose. And that is, I am a radiant being of light and creativity. As the full moon is in Pisces illuminates my path, I trust in my intuition and inner guidance to lead me towards my highest potential. I embrace my unique gifts and talents and share them with the world with confidence and joy. May this full moon bless me with abundance, love, and spiritual growth. And so be it. You can repeat this mantra as often as you would like during the full moon in Pisces and allow its energy to uplift and inspire you. Remember to stay true to yourself and to follow your heart's desires. And even if it means taking a bold and unconventional path, do it. Do it for yourself. Do it for your growth. Do it for the highest version of you. The universe supports your growth and evolution, and you are capable of achieving great things. Now, I have for you an affirmation that you can say on the nights of the full moon, and that is, I shed my past and I evolve. Because as you should, we should all shed what no longer serves us so we can make space for what's to come, for what we need to make space for the new us. As a Leo rising, the full moon in Pisces is a time for you to tap into your intuitive and creative side. So use this opportunity to connect with your inner self and trust your instincts. You have a natural gift for leadership and charisma, and this full moon is the perfect time to use those talents to inspire and motivate others. Embrace your sensitive side and allow yourself to express your emotions freely. This is a time for self-reflection and growth, so take the time to meditate, set intentions for your future. Trust that the universe has your back and everything will fall into place. And remember, stay true to yourself and follow your passions, and success will surely come your way. Now that is all that I have for you, Leo Rising. I hope that you found this information useful. If you did, comment down below what you most liked about this information, and I will see you on the following moon videos. Till next time. Hello there, Virgo Rising. This full moon in Pisces, you are to focus on your 7th house, which is known as your love zone. The 7th house is about marriage, your beloved, your ex, people you consider enemies, commitments, and even VIPs. The full moon in Pisces, if you are a Virgo Rising, can have an interesting effect on your personality. This is a time when emotions are heightened, and it can be easy to get lost in the dreamy, imaginative world of Pisces. However, the practical, analytical nature of Virgo can help to balance out the emotional intensity of the full moon. And people with Virgo Rising are known for their attention to detail and desire for order and structure. You are probably analytical and practical, always seeking to improve themselves, yourself, and your surrounding. And when you combine your intuition with imagination, the imaginative nature of Pisces, you are an individual that can highly create and be insightful. You are creative and insightful. You might have a deep understanding of the human experience and are often drawn to artistic and spiritual pursuits. During the full moon in Pisces, Virgo Rising, you may experience a heightened sense of intuition and psychic sensitivity, and you may feel more connected to your emotions and the emotions of others. So allow them to be empathized and connected on a deeper level. However, you may also struggle with feeling overwhelmed or anxious due to the intensity of your feelings. Overall, the full moon in Pisces, if you are a Virgo, can be a time of deep reflection, emotional growth, and spiritual exploration. It is a time to embrace both the practical and intuitive side of your nature and find a balance between the two. So in the next coming 2 weeks, expect relationship issues to come to the front. This full moon can bring up intense feelings about your love life. So ask yourself, how do I feel about my love life? How is my love life? This full moon suggests it is time for you to step aside a little. It is time to invest the emotional energy into your other half, your marriage partner, your significant other, or into other people in your life, a business partner, a friend, or even an advisor, anyone that you consider that it's always there next to you. Because when it's just me, can be fine at times. But right now, it should be all about someone else. At the very least, there should be a balance. If someone else needs your attention, the full moon can also bring closures. So if you are in a friendship or a relationship that is ending right now, you can proceed knowing that you're finishing things up at exactly the right time, celestially speaking, of course. So I want you to release any issues you have about love and relationships, and this can mean your present romantic situations or ones from the past that you may still think about, usually every day or from now and then. The whole point of relationships on a karmic level seem to be about us mere mortals learning lessons from other people. Someone who pushes our buttons is going to teach us a lot more about ourselves and how to handle ourselves than someone who doesn't. That's why so many wonderful relationships are quite tense at times. And that is a result of two souls evolving and learning to love through the tough times. The full moon in the 7th house can also be a time when we decide to serve ties on a relationship that has reached its use-by date. And that's okay too. Some people come to us for a reason and some for a season. Some people come to us for a minute. Some people come to us for a week, for a month, for a couple of years. But it's fine. They're there to be there for only that time. A tug of war may arise between what you need and what your partner or boss or best friend or whatever needs. So I want you to find a balance between thinking of yourself and thinking of someone else. The emotional full moon in your 7th house puts the spotlight on how you feel about someone important to you. This is also a very good time to practice your negotiation and compromising skills, whether the relationship in question is with your lover, your partner, your ex, business partner, an advisor, a teacher, literally anyone. See what you can do to find a common ground, and you will have milked the best of the full moon. Now, each time the full moon comes is our monthly reminder to remember to forgive. Forgive anyone and everyone who isn't you, and then forgive yourself for any relationship mistakes you think you've made. Believe it or not, there really isn't no such thing as a mistake. Everything happens for a reason, and everything is perfect and just as it should be. The full moon also comes as our monthly reminder to remember to be grateful for all the beautiful things that we have in our life, for all the beautiful things that we now have in this moment. Make your gratitude list and feel grateful. I have for you a mantra that you can use, that you can chant, and that is the mantra YUM. You can chant it out loud. You can say it silently every day while you are in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. And when the full moon is in Pisces and you are a Virgo Rising, it can be illuminating to focus on how the celestial events affect your 7th house. The 7th house is associated with your partnership, both romantic and business related. So during this time, you might find yourself feeling more emotional and vulnerable in your relationships. As Pisces is a highly sensitive and intuitive sign, this can be a good time to connect with your loved ones on a deeper level and communicate your needs and your desires. What do you truly want from them? And as a Virgo Rising, you may be particularly analytical and detail-oriented in your approach to relationships. However, this full moon may encourage you to let go of some of your perfectionistic tendencies and embrace a more intuitive and compassionate approach. You may find that your relationships benefit from a more open and vulnerable communication style. In addition to focusing on your relationships, this full moon can also be a good time to reflect on your own emotional needs and self-care practices. Pisces is associated with spirituality and creativity, so this can be a good time to explore your own spiritual practices or creative pursuits. Overall, this full moon in Pisces can be a powerful time for growth and emotional healing in your relationships and even within yourself. Now, I have for you an affirmation that you can say on the night of the full moon, and that is, I am loved, I am loving, and I am lovable. Because you should be able to feel love. And when you say this affirmation, say it from your heart. The full moon in Pisces can be a powerful time to harness the energy of your emotions into intuition. As a Virgo Rising, you may tend to be analytical and practical, but this full moon invites you to tap into your more sensitive and imaginative side. One mantra that you can use if you don't want to use the YUM mantra is to say, I release control and trust in the flow of the universe. This mantra can help you let go of any need to constantly analyze and plan, and instead allow yourself to surrender to the natural flow of life. And another mantra that you may resonate with is, I am grounded in my practicality, but open to the magic of the unknown. And this affirmation acknowledges your Virgo Rising traits while also embracing the mystical energy of the Pisces full moon. Remember that mantras are personal and can be tailored to your specific needs and intentions. So use this time to connect with your inner self and find the words that resonate most deeply with you. On the full moon in Pisces, as a Virgo Rising, it's important to focus on releasing any self-doubt or perfectionist tendencies that may be holding you back. Allow yourself to embrace the intuitive and creative energy of Pisces, while also remaining grounded and practical as your Virgo ascendant suggests. So you may want to repeat this affirmation to yourself, and that is, I release my fears or doubts that prevent me from fully expressing my creativity and intuition. I trust in my ability and I embrace the flow of the universe. I am grounded, practical, and in tune with my inner wisdom. I am open to new experiences and opportunities for growth. And so be it. Remember to take some time to meditate, reflect, and connect with your inner self during this powerful full moon. Trust in the magic of the universe and let go of any limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. That is all that I have for you, Virgo Rising, on this full moon in Pisces. If you found this information useful, please let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you on the following moon videos. Till next time. Hello there, Libra Rising. This full moon in Pisces, you are to focus on your 6th house. The full moon in your 6th house is basically about the daily work and health zone. The 6th house rules your body, your mind, your well-being, your daily work, and even your health routine. And when the full moon is in Pisces, it illuminates the 6th house for you, Libra Rising. This is an important time to focus on your health, your wellness routine, as well as your daily work and services to others. Pisces is a sign that is associated with intuition, compassion, and even creativity. This full moon may bring up emotions relating to your work and service. You may find yourself feeling more empathetic towards those you serve. In terms of your health and wellness routines, this full moon may inspire you to take a more holistic approach, and you may find yourself drawn to practices such as yoga, meditation, and even energy healing. It is also a good time to pay attention to any health issues that may be arising and take steps to address them. In your daily work, this full moon may bring up intense feelings of dissatisfaction or a desire for change. You may find yourself questioning whether your current job or service aligns with your values and purpose. It is important to take time to reflect on these feelings and explore ways to make adjustments that align more closely with your true path. And overall, the full moon is a powerful time for self-reflection, healing, and growth. In the coming 2 weeks, find a way to bring peace into your life. This full moon can bring up intense feelings about what you do every day to earn a living, and it can also herald fears about your health, which is something that you should really pay attention to. If you're one of the lucky ones, if you've been working on yourself, then this is the full moon when you see yourself for who you really are. You therefore see your good points as well as your flaws, and you decide to do something about your flaws. This is all about the life that you lead. Are you living a healthy fashion? Are you getting out and about to exercise? Have you long ago given up bad habits such as smoking and partying too much, drinking too much? If not, then this full moon is your annual chance to start again when it comes to taking care of you, of yourself, body, mind, and spirit. Routines are your friend at this full moon. At work, go slow and steady. Release any issues that you have about habits that you know you need to break. This part of your chart is concentrated with the daily rhythms of your life. If you are not happy with the way that things are going, with the way life is going along, with your morning or even your evening routines, then this full moon is in tune with it to let go of old ways and to start doing them differently. In particular, any unhealthy or even toxic habits should be released right now, whether that's not drinking enough water, drinking too much alcohol, or not doing enough exercises, or eating too much junk food, or not eating enough. Our daily habits impact our health, and your sixth house is all about habits and health. So look after your habits and your health, because it's not going to take care of itself. You need to take care of you. A tug of war may arise between your need to deal with the real world and your duties, and you need to find some peaceful time out. So find a balance. Your daily grind and the mysterious cosmos. Yes, you heard that correctly. Most of us have a daily grind of some kind. Things we need to do, responsibilities we have to take care of, duties that we can't avoid. And then there's bliss, peace, time out, meditation, contemplation, the great void, the gap, the mysterious place in the universe where we can just be. Introducing a daily meditation or even a yoga practice can really help you with balancing things up at this time of the full moon in your sixth house. In fact, I truly recommend it. Now, with every time the full moon comes, it's like our monthly reminder to remember to forgive. So, I want you to forgive the people you see every day who annoy you in the little ways that you might quite possibly annoy them. Forgive yourself for any unhealthy habits. Make some changes and then move on. And the full moon is also our monthly reminder to be grateful. We are blessed to have so much that we have, and we need to be grateful for that. Being grateful for in the moment, for having the things that we have in the moment. Now I have for you a mantra that you can say on the night of the full moon in Pisces, and that's the mantra hum. And you can chant it out loud, or you can say it silently. You can do it every day while you are in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. The full moon in Pisces is a time of heightened intuition and spiritual awareness, making it the perfect opportunity to set intentions for personal growth and manifestations. And as a Libra Rising, you possess a natural charm and a desire for balance and harmony in all areas of your life. And during this full moon, a powerful mantra for you to consider is, I trust in the universe to guide me towards balance and harmony in all aspects of my life. This mantra aligns with your Libra Rising and will help you to tap into your intuitive energy of Pisces to manifest your desires with ease and grace. And as you repeat this mantra, visualize yourself surrounded by a beautiful, calming energy that brings balance to all areas of your life. Trust that the universe is working in your favor and that everything is unfolding exactly as it should be. With this intention set, you are sure to see positive changes and a greater sense of peace and harmony in your life. Now, an affirmation that I consider you say on the nights of the full moon is, I am in perfect health. On the full moon in Pisces as a Libra Rising, you can take advantage of the magical energy of this celestial event by saying positive affirmations that align with your personal goals and aspirations. And if you would like a little bit more in-depth affirmations, you can say, I trust the universe to guide me towards balance and harmony in all areas of my life. I release any negative energies or emotions that no longer serve me, allowing space for positive growth and abundance. I embrace my creative talents and express myself freely and authentically. I attract and manifest positive relationships that support my highest good. I am grateful for all the blessings in my life and trust that more abundance is on its way. Now remember to say these affirmations with intention and belief. You have to believe it, allowing the energy of the full moon to amplify your positive affirmations and attract the abundance you deserve. Now that is all that I have for you, Libra Rising. If you found this information useful, please let me know down on the comments below. And I will see you on the following moon videos. Till next time. Hello there, Scorpio Rising. This full moon in Pisces, you are to focus on the 5th house. the house known as kid, romance, and the creative zone. The fifth house is a part of your chart relating to sex, sexy romance, creativity, and even your children, whether that is your own children or someone else's. When the full moon is in Pisces for Scorpio Rising, it is an excellent time for you to focus on your fifth house. And the fifth house represents creativity, self-expression, hobbies, and romance. And with the full moon in Pisces, emotions and intuition will be heightened, making it an ideal time to explore and express your creative side. And as a Scorpio Rising, you may have a natural inclination towards hobbies and creative pursuits that are intensive and passionate. Use this full moon energy to tap into those passions and channel them into your creative projects, whether it's painting, writing, or even music. Let your emotions guide you and allow yourself to fully immerse in the creative process. Additionally, the fifth house also represents romance and relationships. With the full moon in Pisces, there may be an opportunity for romantic connections or a deepening of an existing relationship. However, it is an essential time to balance your emotional intensity with practicality to avoid getting lost in the dreamy Pisces energy. And overall, the full moon is an excellent time for Scorpio Rising individuals to embrace the creative side, so explore your passions and potentially deepen romantic connections. For the following 2 weeks, check whether you're having enough fun. Fun can be very good for you. We should all be allowed to have fun. The full moon can bring up intense feelings about an issue to do with a child, whether that is your own children or some other children that are around you in your life. Your love life or even a creative project that you're working on is something that you are going to be putting your attention on. There's usually a whole lot of emotions going on in your chart, in your life at this time of the full moon in your fifth house of self-expression. You can be pouring your heart out, perhaps because you're sad or maybe because you have a lot of emotions to download. And for some of us, it's about the joy that a child can bring. And for others, it's about pouring emotion into a creative project that you've been working on. And while this is going on, you need to find a balance between yourself and your friends. Don't neglect them totally. This is your challenge for the coming month. Allow yourself some time off. The past few weeks may well have been that you've been working too hard, but now you may feel put upon by the need to look after your friends. So turn this around, and if you can, make this a very sociable time in which the person having the most fun is you. An issue related to a child, whether this is your own children or some other children around you, can come to a peak right now, and hopefully you will resolve it in a way that makes everyone happy. And if you have a creative project on the boil, then it is a good time to complete the latest stages and even finish it all together. A tug of war may arise between what your friends need and what you need for yourself. Self-expression is a focus that you need to focus on. Kids and creative projects may also come to the front, so just be aware of that. Find a balance between how much you cater to the needs of the group and social circles to which you belong to, versus how often you are taking center stage. Being you, being yourself, speak up. Let the world know what you have to offer. It is safe to be with lots of people doing what they do. But this is a time to show the world who you are. Show us what you are made of. If a love affair ends right now, it is doing so at the right time. One that starts right now can be a very feeling failed relationship that may even wax and wane with the moon. And it would be a lovely thing to experience. Now, the full moon is always a monthly reminder to forgive. So I want you to forgive anyone who drags you down, and even yourself for any time you feel you were not a great parent, not a great friend, or any time you took life too serious. Now, the full moon also comes as a monthly reminder to remind us to be grateful. Be grateful for everything that we have in the moment, right now, in the right now. Make your gratitude list. Now, I have for you a mantra that you can say on the full moon in Pisces, and that is the mantra VAM. You can chant it out loud, you can say it silently every day while you are in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. And on the full moon in Pisces, being a Scorpio rising, you may want to consider the following mantra if you don't want to do the other one. And that is, I release all that no longer serves me and embrace the flow of the universe. May my intuition guide me towards my highest purpose, and may I trust the journey ahead. I am open to receiving abundance and love in all forms. And so be it. This mantra can help you let go of any negative energy or habits that may be holding you back, and allowing you to tune into your intuition and trust the universe to guide you on your path. And as a Scorpio rising, you have a deep connection to your emotions and intuition, and the full moon in Pisces can amplify these qualities. So use this time to connect with your inner self and set intentions for the future. And remember to stay open to receiving abundance and love in all forms, and trust that the universe will provide what you need. And an affirmation that I have for you that you can say on the nights of the full moon in Pisces is, I am a creative being. On the full moon in Pisces, as a Scorpio rising, it is a powerful time to harness the energy of intuition and transformation. Affirmations can help you tap into this energy and manifest your deepest desires. Here are other affirmations that may resonate with you, and that is, I release all that no longer serves me and welcome transformation into my life. I trust my intuition and follow its guidance towards my highest good. I am grateful for the abundance and blessings in my life. I embrace my emotions and allow them to guide me towards healing and growth. I am open to receiving the gifts of the universe and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. And remember to speak your affirmations with conviction and intention. Focus on the feelings and the emotions they evoke within you. Trust in the power of the full moon and your own inner strength to bring you your desires to fruition. Now that is all that I have for you, Scorpio Rising. If you have found any of this information useful, please let me know down in the comments down below. And if you liked my video, give me a thumbs up. If you aren't already following, please give me a follow. I would truly appreciate it. And I will see you on the following moon video. Till next time. Hello there, Sagittarius Rising. This full moon in Pisces, you are to focus on the 4th house, which is known as your home and family zone. The 4th house is a part of your chart that is about your home and your family and all that entails your private life. And when the full moon is in Pisces and you have a Sagittarius rising, it is a good time to focus on your 4th house. The 4th house represents your home, your family, emotional foundation. With the full moon in Pisces, you may feel a strong desire to connect with your family and create a sense of security and emotional security within your home. This is a perfect time to make any necessary changes to your living space and to create a more peaceful and nurturing environment. And as a Sagittarius rising, you may have a tendency to focus on your career and personal growth, but the full moon in Pisces is encouraging you to slow down and prioritize your emotional well-being. Take the time to connect with your loved ones and create a sense of comfort in your home. And this is going to help you feel more balanced and grounded as you continue to pursue your personal and even your professional goals. In conclusion, when the full moon is in your Pisces and you have Sagittarius rising, Focus on your fourth house, which represents your home, family, and emotional foundation. Use this time to create a nurturing environment in your home and connect with your loved ones. By prioritizing your emotional well-being, you will feel more balanced and grounded in all of the areas of your life. Now, for the following 2 weeks, pay attention to what your family needs and your own needs for personal space and private time. The full moon can bring up intense feelings about your family, so just make sure that you are sending out a quick blessing for them, and just make sure that you're having them in your mind. Working like a dog to achieve your personal goals sounds like a very good thing for some people, but there's a time and a place for everything. And at a time of your fourth house full moon, you're in a cycle when the planets, which is the sun and the moon in particular, are suggesting that you need to find a balance between your outer aims and goals and your inner needs. Perhaps your family needs you to spend more time with them, or perhaps you just need some time with nothing on your mind. Take a look at your family relationships and ascertain if everything is running as smoothly as you would like. And if it isn't, then this is a time to pour some energy in this part of your chart, in this part of your life. Release any issues that you may be having about your personal life, your home, your family. Issues to do with your family can come up right now, so just be ready with that. Don't dread this though. Rather, see it as a chance to sort out any outstanding upsets. Our family members are people with whom we have a very karmic connection, and any issues that come up to do so can help us evolve. The full moon here can also be a time when we make changes to where we live. If you're not sure about the best way forward regarding your home or where you call home, meditate on it. Ask your archangels, your guides, God, the universe for a direction. Issues and projects connecting to the home can be resolved right now, so just be ready for that and for their confirmations. A tug of war may arise between what you want to achieve in your life professionally and what you're required to do at home. So I want you to find a balance between your personal life and your career. And maybe you're a driven person who forgets to have a personal life and neglects your partner, your friends, your kids while you're working long hours. Or perhaps you're a family type who knows you have more to offer to the world. Either way, this is your time to strike a balance. Ambition and family work well together. Success can allow you to spoil your loved ones, and your desire to provide for your family can inspire ambition. Every time the full moon comes, it is our monthly reminder to forgive. So, I want you to forgive yourself for any upsets you have had with family, roommates. Make your home a peaceful sanctuary. Make it feel peaceful and good. And every time the full moon comes is also our monthly reminder to be grateful. Feel the gratitude. Feel all the blessings that we have and be in the moment and be grateful. Your mantra this full moon is Om. So you can chant it out loud or silently if you wish. Do it every day while you are in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. The full moon in Pisces is a powerful time for spiritual growth and emotional healing. As a Sagittarius Rising, you may feel the call to explore new horizons or expand your understanding of the world. And to harness the energy of the full moon, you can repeat this following mantra instead of the Om, and that is, I release all that no longer serves me and welcome in the abundance of the universe. I trust in my intuition and follow the path of my highest purpose. With each step, I grow wiser and more compassionate. I am open to the magic of the universe and grateful for all that it brings. By repeating this mantra during the full moon in Pisces, you can set intentions for personal growth and positive changes. Trust in your intuition and follow the path that feels right for you. and knowing that the universe is guiding you towards your highest purpose. Now, I have an affirmation that you can say on the nights of the full moon in Pisces, and that is, I am safe and secure. And certainly, here's another one that you can say on the night of the full moon in Pisces, being a Sagittarius Rising, and that is, as a full moon shines in Pisces, I embrace the energy of creativity and intuition. As a Sagittarius Rising, I trust in my adventurous spirit and my ability to find meaning in every experience. I release any fears or doubts that may be holding me back and welcome abundance and positivity into my life. I am open to the magic of the universe and trust that everything is unfolding in divine timing. So be it. And remember that affirmations are powerful tools for manifesting your desires and creating positive changes into your life. So embrace the energy of the full moon in Pisces and let this affirmation guide you towards your goals. Now, that is all that I have for you, Sagittarius Rising. If you found this information useful, please let me know what you resonated the most down in the comments below. And I will see you on the following moon videos. Till next time. Hello there, Capricorn Rising. This full moon in Pisces, you are to focus on your third house, known as your communication zone. The third house is where you keep your communication skills. It's also about the short trips, siblings, and neighbors. And when the full moon is in Pisces and you have a Capricorn rising, it is a good time to focus on your third house. The third house is associated with communication, learning, and self-expression. With the full moon in Pisces, you may feel more emotional and intuitive than usual, which can help you tap into your creativity and express yourself in new ways. And for Capricorn rising individuals like yourself, the third house is ruled by Aquarius, which is associated with innovation and technology. And this is a great time to explore new ways of communicating and connecting with others, whether that's through social media, video conference, any form of digital communication. And you may also find that you are more interested in learning and expanding your knowledge during this time. So consider taking an online course or signing up for a workshop in a subject that you are interested in. And this can help you develop new skills and even broaden your horizons. Overall, focus on your third house during this full moon in Pisces. That can help you tap into your creativity and connect with others in new and meaningful ways. Be open to new experiences and ideas, and don't be afraid to express yourself authentically and with confidence. So for the following 2 weeks, you can say more than what you mean. So just be careful. Watch your mouth. The full moon can bring up intense feelings about siblings and neighbors, and about whether or not you should be honest about how you feel. It is a very well dreaming of the great escape, where you and possibly a loved one or two decide to take off to see the world. But what about the details? The full moon reminds you that there's a lot of work to be done close to home. Things that need to be taken care of and items on your to-do list that need to be checked off. It's also a celestial reminder that you seriously need to express yourself. If you haven't been honest about how you feel, then now is the time to start by saying your piece, whether you're talking face-to-face, Facebooking, emailing, tweeting, or whatever the case is. Dramas with siblings are highlighted right now, but you can sort it out. You got this. Release any issues that you may be having about communications with your siblings, with your neighbors, literally anyone. Be extra careful not to allow yourself disagreements to escalate out of control. For some, the full moon here will reveal the information that is needed to solve a long-standing problem. Be careful what you write down on paper, in an email, in a text, on social media, literally anywhere. Emotions are running high, so don't hit send and then regret it. problems with siblings and neighbors can come to a head right now, and issues can be resolved with forgiveness. Remember, it's often less of what you say than how you say it. A tug of war may arise between where you are and where you think you would like to be. So find a balance between your own backyard and the big wide world out there. This is also a full moon that can trigger some kind of development or resolution regarding a legal issue. Distant friends and relatives can loom larger, as can trips away and job opportunities abroad. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be here? Do you want to be there? Now, the full moon always comes to us once a month as a reminder for us to forgive. So, I want you to forgive yourself for any negative words you've spoken. Forgive your neighbors. Forgive your siblings for any upsets. And the full moon also comes to us monthly to remind us to be grateful. So, be grateful, write your gratitude list and be grateful for literally everything up until this moment. Now, a mantra that I have for you that you can use on this full moon in Pisces is the mantra hum. You can chant it out loud. You can say it silently every day while you are in the shower. You can listen to it before or after you meditate or whenever it feels right to you. The full moon in Pisces can be a powerful time for self-reflection and manifestation. As Capricorn Rising, you may feel a strong sense of responsibility and practicality in your approach to this lunar event. However, it's important to also tap into the intuitive and emotional energy of Pisces. One mantra you can say instead of the other one is, I release control and trust in the universe plan. I honor my intuition and allow my emotions to guide me towards my highest good. This mantra acknowledges your Capricorn Rising desires for control and structure while also opening up to the fluid and intuitive energy of Pisces. Trusting in the universe plan and allowing your emotions to guide you can lead to powerful manifestations and personal growth during this full moon. Now, an affirmation that you can say on the night of the full moon in Pisces is, as I express myself with love, life brings me all I need. As a Capricorn Rising, you may feel a strong pull towards practicality and structure, but the full moon in Pisces is a time to embrace your emotional and intuitive side. Use this opportunity to let go of any rigid thinking and allow yourself to feel deeply. You can also repeat the following affirmation during the full moon in Pisces, and that is, I release the need to control and allow my intuition to guide me. I trust in the universe to provide me with what I need. Remember that it is okay to feel vulnerable and emotional during this time, and that embracing these feelings can lead to personal growth and spiritual development. Trust in the journey and have faith in yourself. Alright? Now that is all that I have for you, Capricorn Rising. If you found this information useful, please let me know down in the comments below. And I will see you on the next moon video. Till next time. Hello there, Aquarius Rising. This full moon in Pisces, you are to focus on your second house, which is known as your cash, property, and value zone. The second house rules property and possessions and is also about your values and your self-worth. When the full moon is in Pisces and you have an Aquarius rising, the astrological focus is on your second house. The second house is associated with personal finances, self-worth, and possessions. And during this time, you may find that your emotions are heightened in regard to these areas of your life. With Pisces ruling the full moon, you may feel a strong pull towards creativity and spirituality in your financial pursuits. This is a good time to reflect on your values and how they align with your financial decisions. You may also find that you are more emotional about your possessions and feel the urge to declutter and simplify your life. As an Aquarius rising, you are known for your innovative and unconventional approach to life. So use this energy to think outside the box when it comes to your finances and possessions. This is a great time to try out new and unique ways to manage your money and find joy in your belongings. Remember to stay grounded and practical while also embracing your individuality. So in the coming 2 weeks, breathe through any financial dramas and focus on finding a solution. The full moon can bring up intense feelings about your financial security and stability, and about your self-worth. The full moon reminds you that a balance is needed between what you do for yourself financially and what you do for others. There's your income to be considered and your debts. There's your self-worth and what you think you're worth as a person. And then there's what others are willing to pay you, which is usually based on what you ask for, at least within reason. And if you're about to make a major purchase, you're doing it at the right time. And if you've been letting someone control you because they have financial power over you around about the time of your second house full moon is in your chart, to break free. It is time to break free. The full moon is also reminding you that you need to take care of your intimate life. Don't neglect it because of worldly concerns. Remember that how we feel can connect us to our money situations. Release any issue that you have about money. The second house is all about cash, property, and possessions. So, at this time, there could be some kind of climax or conclusion connected to cash. And if you've been fearful regarding cash lately, working with the full moon, associate with affirmations that can help you with that. You can move into a better financial cycle right now if you work hard on it. One thing to be strongly aware of is that your self-esteem will affect how much cash you attract. And a tug-of-war may arise between your own money and what other people pay you or even owe you. So find a balance between any issue you have regarding give and take. If you want to earn your own cash rather than being employed by someone else, then this is a very good time to plan your exit strategy or cut the ties. And if you've been too focused or dependent on someone else, now is the time to bring your attention back to your own situation. It is a good time to get your head around the idea that the universe is abundant and that there's more than enough for everyone. You deserve to be abundant. Now, the full moon always comes to us as a reminder. Every time that the full moon comes, I want you to remember this. The full moon comes so I can forgive. This full moon in Pisces, I want you to forgive yourself and anyone else you need to for times when money had been an issue, where there was money problems. And every single time the full moon comes is also a reminder to be grateful. Make your gratitude list and be grateful for everything that you have, for everything that you own, for everything that is been in your life and that is helping you achieve your dreams. Now, the mantra that I have for you is a mantra Lamb. You can chant this mantra out loud or silently every day. While you are in the shower, you can listen to it before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. The full moon in Pisces can be a powerful time for reflection and spiritual growth. As an Aquarius Rising, you may want to consider incorporating the innovative and progressive energy of your rising sign into your full moon ritual. And one mantra that you can try is, I release old patterns and open myself up to new possibilities. I trust in the universe to guide me towards my highest good. This mantra acknowledges the transformative power of the full moon while also affirming your trust in the universe to support you on your journey. It is important to remember that mantras are personal and should resonate with you on a deeper level. Take some time to reflect on what you hope to achieve during this full moon and craft a mantra that feels authentic to your intentions. Now, an affirmation that I have for you that you can say on the night of the full moon is, all of my needs are met. I am worth it. Because you are worth it. You are. On the full moon in Pisces, as an Aquarius rising, you can say that affirmation, or you can say this affirmation to harness the power of the full moon and the stars. And that is, I trust in the universe to guide me towards my highest good. I release any fears or doubts that hold me back and embrace the flow of life. I am open to receive abundance, love, and joy in all areas of my life. I honor my intuition and let go. I honor my intuition and let it guide me towards my purpose. I am grateful for the blessings that come my way and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. This affirmation can help you align your thoughts and intentions with the cosmic energy of the full moon in Pisces, allowing you to manifest your desires and to reach your fullest potential. Isn't that amazing? Now that's all that I have for you, Aquarius Rising. I really hope that you found this information useful. If you are an Aquarius Rising, comment down below Aquarius Rising down in the comments, and I will see you on the following moon videos. Till next time. Hello there, Pisces Rising. This full moon in Pisces, you are number 1. You are to focus on the first house. The first house is known as the image zone. The first house rules the way that you come across to others, your image, and the way that others see you. Now, if you are a Pisces rising and the full moon is in Pisces, you want to focus on your first house during this time. The first house representing your sense of self, your physical body, your overall approach to life. The full moon in Pisces, you may feel more introspective and reflective than usual, which can be a good time to focus on your personal growth and even your development. And one way to harness the energy of the full moon in Pisces is to practice meditation or visualization exercises that can help you connect with your inner self. And you may also want to spend some time journaling or doing other forms of self-reflection to gain a deeper understanding of your own needs and desires. This can be a powerful time to set intentions for the future and to take steps towards achieving your goals. So remember that the full moon in Pisces can be a very emotional time. So be sure to take care of yourself and practice self-care as needed. By focusing on your first house and your personal growth during this time, you can make the most out of the energy available to you and set yourself up for success in the months ahead. So for the coming 2 weeks, expect to turn the corner in one way or another in your personal or even in your professional life. The full moon can bring up intense feelings about your appearance or stresses and strains in your relationships, and it can be a big turning point for you. It is all very well and lovely to be focused on someone else and to give other people attention. It certainly sounds like a valid thing, but once a year, the full moon lights up your first house to remind you that you also need to focus on yourself. Many of us are givers rather than takers, and while that sounds great, it can actually mess with the flow in our lives. The full moon in your first house is a time to remember how to say yes when people offer to help you, and to ask for help if you need it. And if you aren't getting it, ask for help. Ask them to help you. You can feel extra emotional during this cycle, but a lot of the stuff that is coming up for you needs to be dealt with. So don't run away from it. Confront it. Release any issue that you may be having about your appearance. And this may even sound a bit superficial, but it is amazing how feeling that you are wonderful and amazing and incredible is, rather than feeling like you're too fat, too thin, something too negatively. If you tell yourself something negatively, that is how you're going to feel. Negative things can impact our life and stop us from getting out there and reaching our full potential. So work on yourself and find at least one, two, many things that you know that you are totally good at, gorgeous at, unique at, no matter what others' thoughts or feelings might be of you, okay? Others' opinions don't matter. Focus on what you love. Play it up, dress it up. This is an important and somehow extra personal full moon. Use it to work out what you want to take in with you into your next 12-month life cycle and what and who you want to leave behind. This is going to be an emotional time for you. A tug of war may arise between your needs and those of the people who are most important to you. So balance that out. Find a balance between your lover, your partner, your ex, or anyone else in your life who counts as a VIP to you. This can be a time when you realize that you've been too focused on someone else and it is time to focus on yourself for a while, or totally counterclockwise. It can be a time when you realize you've been acting a little selfishly and need to give someone else your time and attention. It's all about me and you, much as it is in the 7th house full moon which is going to happen within like 6 months from now. This is your chance to make a twice yearly adjustment. Now, every single time that you see the moon is a time for forgiveness. And this full moon in Pisces, I want you to forgive yourself for literally anything that you need to forgive yourself for. We are all humans having a human experience, learning and growing. And it takes us realizing that we've messed up and we haven't done right to know that we can do better. So forgive yourself, let it go, and do better for yourself. Now, the full moon is also our monthly reminder to be grateful, like I had mentioned in the beginning. Be grateful for what you have, for everything in the now, and feel the gratitude. Feel everything that you have in the present moment. A mantra that I suggest for you to try out this full moon in Pisces is the mantra RAM. You can chant it out loud. You can say it silently. You can listen to it while you are in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. When the full moon is in Pisces and you have a Pisces rising, and as a Pisces rising, the full moon in Pisces can hold special significance for you. This is a time when your emotions and intuition may be heightened, and you may feel a strong connection to your inner self and spiritual path. And if you don't want to say the mantra RAM, you can say this mantra instead. And that is, I release all that no longer serves me and make space for new beginnings. I trust in the universe to guide me towards my highest purpose. This mantra can help you let go of any negative emotions or limiting beliefs that may be holding you back, and open yourself up to new opportunities and growth. Remember to always listen to your intuition and to trust in your own inner wisdom, especially during the full moon in Pisces. This can be a powerful time for self-reflection and spiritual growth. So take the time to nurture your soul and connect with your higher self. Now, an affirmation that you can say on the nights of the full moon in Pisces is, I am turning the corner. Because you are. If you work hard on yourself, you will. As a Pisces rising, the full moon in Pisces is an especially powerful time for you to connect with your intuition and sense of spirituality. This full moon is a time of reflection and release, and when you can let go of any emotional baggage and allow yourself to fully embrace your dreams and desires, and to harness the energy of the full moon, you can also repeat this affirmation to yourself, and that is, I trust in the universe to guide me towards my higher path. I release any fears or doubts that are holding me back and welcome in abundance and positivity. I am aligned with the energy of the full moon and trust in my own intuition to lead me towards my greatest joy and fulfillment. Remember to take some time for self-care during this powerful lunar phase. Meditate, journal, or simply spend